This is given any more tips and tricks over to Ardis. Good banter on Twitter. If you are a Valorant fan, go check it out. Have a little look. It's pretty good. People have personalities in video games. Wild concept. I know. It's insane. And of course, thank you all of you at home for sitting with us here and enjoying this one. I was a little worried this could have been a 2-0 stomp, but these two teams, they weren't going to let it go down like that. I'm glad it got opened up into this full BO5. Now, do remember, if Liquid win this, it's GG. If G2 win it, we go to the final map. So, kind of match point here, I guess, if you're looking at it from that concept. But G2 are no slouches, and no one will ever call them that. These guys are the real deal. So, we are 5 seconds away, and of course, I am Pansy, joined by Hypoc here to bring you all the action. And it is going to be starting off, it looks like, with G2 on the attack and Liquid on the defense.
Yeah, and again, comes back to that discussion I was talking about earlier, is G2 playing under pressure now. The pressure is on them to deliver here on Bayern. Soulcats going to respond to that recon bolt with a couple of flashes. Actually going to find a second here, but Mixwell actually stands strong. No smokes for Scream there, but he will find the first with the Frenzy. The second will slip through his fingers. Link, though, good for 2. Pit and Zeke will fall.
Okay. That work coming in from Link has kind of kept this round at least somewhat doable for Liquid. G2 are going to get the spike down. Let's look at those post plants real quick, see where they're going to be coming from. It looks like they're going towards at least a little bit of a lean towards elbow and back towards B long as well. Probably a decent shout, but seemingly quite aware. Liquid already going to use some of that Omen utility to kind of quarter off some of the site. Ardis. Jonas sweating. For now. Just gets a little bit of the information, knows what's in front of him. Smoke dissipates, and now it's go time. There's a bit of a time limit, of course, against Liquid here. Nice use of the paint shell to force him away, but Ardis on the readjustment, going to get one, but it's a one and done for him. Nice work from Patatech, and that's the man you need. There he is, finding the right place, the right time, and coming online.
Again, another guy. I'd love to get a Patatech clutch counter, because I feel like that's the 3rd or 4th we've seen already today. Oh, yeah. He's looked really, really good in these solo scenarios. Okay, he was so close. I didn't actually catch the timer there to see how far away they were from getting the defuse, but it was close.
Whole game is close. And now we do see the round that should be converted. Looking at the purchase coming in from Liquid, it's quite light. Not a hefty investment at all. I see classics, I see bits and pieces. So G2 should be able to get this one under their belt unless a catastrophic mistake comes into play.
Drone going to come through, clear all the way up towards Lamps. Maybe just caught sight of Eccles there. Actually, it did get the tag onto Eccles. The smoke's come through, and it's a full-on 5-man push here. They're going to sweep through Lamps. First kill goes through, second one easy as you like, and now just waiting out the spike. They don't want to give away anything on this round to Liquid. Soulcat's going to swing through, actually. Finds the headshot onto Ardis as well. Scream last man up. Maybe just going to look to do some damage to the G2 economy here, but that camera and the trap wire are going to make it very difficult for him to get anything done here.
Yeah, I think he seems very aware that... Oh, there we go. There it is. Yeah, it all suddenly becomes almost impossible at this point. And again, a kill... I'd have liked to see them maybe get another kill if they could. Just with those pistols. Didn't really come through. You saw Soulcast making a damn good attempt of it, but didn't really land. And no, well handled by G2, keeping 4 alive, spike planted, going through the motions. Exactly what's meant to be happening here for these guys. Keeping it clean in these sort of rounds, not allowing any threats to build with those, classics and the occasional sheriff or two.
An important thing to note there again, Patatech, he did retrieve the Bulldog from that. Only went into that one with a ghost, so he's going to upgrade 3 Spectres and the Bulldog. So a little bit of economy management already showing from G2. Patatech obviously already on 4 kills as well. He's close to his ultimate already here. And that's the sort of thing you want to look for in this 3rd round here, is getting a little bit closer, not just around winning, converting these lesser weapons, so to say, but building those ultimates early.
Zeke, no rest for the wicked, straight through. Bounding in, takes a great deal of space and going to keep this site at least looking quite comfortable right now for G2. Really lovely site take from him. Allowing a little bit more room for Mixwell to find a bit of comfort, trying to play through that smoke as best he can. Patatech is going to be tasked with getting that spike down, and it looks like he's achieved his job at least.
Again, a lot of A lot of post-plant aggression coming through here from G2. They're eager to take control, not allow Liquid to set up in elbow. Paranoia going to get sent through, and the Sky Flash, but actually, yeah, kill comes off the back of it, but Pit and Zeke will combine the reload. Unfortunately, Soulcast finds that one. The molly's not actually on here, so G2 can't rely too heavily on that. Pit will find another kill, though. Didn't expect him close by. Pat clinch that one out. G2 put a third on the board. Patitech with his orbital strike online, and Ardis finds his Hunter's Fury already.
Yeah, this is looking clean from G2. We like this sort of look from them. It's going to force Liquid back onto the partial buy. We've just got kind of, you know, bits and pieces. Bucky's come out. All right, the Bucky gang is here. Don't worry, we're all in support. We'll have to see what Cryptix and Eccles can do with them. I'm not sure just yet. Kind of I don't want to say it's not quite the classic, of course, from Counter-Strike, where you have your kind of Scout and Deagle combo because of the tag capability of it. But those Buckies up close are incredibly viable. Have to see how G2 approach this one. They should be very much aware of the possibility. Trying to be an early bit of damage, a little bit of early information, and they definitely know where they're heading this time.
Zeke actually going to give away the audio cue. You see Cryptix just posted with that Bucky outside Showers. Flash comes through, not going to find anything. Cryptix decides to try and swing on it anyway. Zeke will pick one up here. Soulcast with the re-swing on the Marshall. Nice shot by him.
Very tasty. The Buckies are being noted. They know what they're up against. Heard the Marshall, of course, knowing it after that kill that came through as well. Soulcast is being a real nuisance to this. You can see Mixwell wanting to deal with that, trying to work with the Molly, but it's Ardis to find Eccles. He's going to continue forward. And Mate's actually got him. Okay, there's still danger here. Oh, these shots are whizzing past. Pit keeps the player safe on the spike plant, and you can see the utility being invested, but it's Scream who's a little further away. Maybe a little bit of mistiming with that ultimate from Soulcast. It would have been nice maybe at the same time, so Scream could have bounded off the back of it, but he does have his ult, he does have the armor, so he's got everything he needs for this, but he has to find a player and fast. Quick touch on the spike, trying to pull a player out, but Mixwell, around the world he goes, and 4 on the board here. G2 looking clean. Good work from them.
Yeah, really, really nice hit. Unfortunately, Link gets shut down with the showstopper just as he's about to deny that plant. It's a really good supportive play from Pit to find that kill. And now Liquid financially, a little bit of investment in that previous, but it's obviously coming back to their full buy now. Ultimate-wise, they didn't invest anything on the side of G2, so Blade Storm, Orbital Strike, Hunter's Fury ready to go. Zeke one away from the showstopper, and this is when that snowball factor in Valorant becomes such a huge consideration for teams to make. Pit doing Pit things over here, lurking, trying to draw some sort of presence on the side of Liquid. Hunter's Fury actually popped a little prematurely, but it actually does find the tag, but no kill. Patitech will find Link at the end, though, traded out.
Yeah, the ult kind of forced them into at least the eyes of Patitech for there, and now you can see the response off the back. Soulcast is in a little spot of bother here, has to kind of evade for now, try and sit on the very verge of that smoke if he can, see if he can spot anyone crossing through. For now, he still holds position. Pit's still a mile away. He's going to be doing his job, just lurking around, making sure there is no flank buying time for this. And also, if they hit that TP, he can now become very relevant to the matter. Now, this has still got Killjoy on the other side, so they have a lot of utility, and my word, that spam could not have been better timed. Through the smoke it goes. There's the ultimate. Say goodnight, Eccles. You can't do much about it. Zeke's going to just brute force open the site. Now, Cryptix has been pretty clutch for these guys, but this is a very unfavorable scenario. Beautiful off angle to catch the cross from Ardis. And it looks like there's a little bit of fight left in Liquid, but they have to be able to hold the rest of this. Here comes the ultimate. Cryptix forced to fight and forced to die. Zeke waits with open arms on the other side, leaving Soulcast. This flank could be big, and now it gets scary. This is where it gets dangerous for G2. They're in a bit of a spot of bother. Patitech does get the spike down, and he looks ready for that push to come in, but Soulcast bides his time, maybe allowing a second or two for Scream to look for any possibilities.
Yeah, with Scream coming through pipes here, they're going to know Patitech didn't cross back over towards Showers. And Zeke, he's just got to play his life. He's down to about 20 HP. Soulcast now picking that one out, but Pat lands the shot. Unfortunately, Scream, 22 HP, yeah. They couldn't regroup to make use of that Sky heal. Again, G2 playing discipline there in the post plant. Again, Patitech had to be the one to take first contact with Zeke so low. And
I've got to say, Patitech has been so clutch for this team at the moment. I'm loving what he's bringing to the the approach here, and this looks like the most composed G2 we've seen so far. This is the kind of G2, not necessarily that I expect to see, but the pace changes. That super fast site take that they had towards B, when you just had players, bounding through Zeke, just using that movement to perfection. And then on the other side, you've had these kind of well-executed and well-constructed site takes that have been very diligent. Now, looking back on the buy, of course, Liquid don't have much to play with. This is going to be, again, trying to make it work. Now, okay, Soulcast did quite nicely before, but it obviously didn't equate to a round change, 5-0 being the scoreline.
And a good attacking look so far for G2, which is where we expect them to excel. It plays more to their play style, definitely, but I don't want to see Liquid just get steamrolled on this half. You see now on the minimap, Scream did have to fall back for a heal there, which is going to draw a third player over towards A. So this double hooker stack, got to get some work done here. It's only Zeke to really put up a fight next to it.
He does have the ability to clear angles, at least, if he decides to commit those paint shells towards it. He could do some work, and now as soon as these shots come in, you should start seeing the pressure from Zeke. There it is, but there's a second player, but Mixwell does not care. Mixwell just powers through both of them. That little double stack, nah, not today, boys. Spike now down. This is G2 looking so well-rounded. This is just perfection until Scream turns up, gets a couple of shots through. None find target enough as Soulcast is murdered in the back lines. And another good one from G2. These side takes are good. They're diligent. You can see the intention. Everything is working well for them. Liquid have yet to be able to find a response. Whether or not they call a timeout soon, I think that'd probably be a good idea, because this has been on the trot. If this round doesn't go their way, they are in the hole at this point.
They are, and yes, they have the full loss bonus now, but it's almost like a one-on, one-off in terms of the full buy. Again, Scream down to 0. Everybody else sub 1,000 credits, and again, the ultimate's just not really had an opportunity to come online here or even be used. We talked about the use of Killjoy on Bind previously for Liquid and how they were kind of forced to play this weird setup with one deep and keep Killjoy alive. It leaves Eccles on an island over on the B site. I have to see if that's something they've considered here in Bind once again.
It's always fun to see the Valorant viewers new to the smoke criminals and how people have to just spam it these days. It is quite funny. But now we're seeing G2 again, this slow creep towards B. There is the Killjoy utility here, so it should give away the game. But they're well and truly aware the lineup could have been something, but Eccles can't convert it. Mixwell quickly on the trade, and instantly they've got so much site presence building. Now I wonder if this ultimate can maybe change things. Last time around it was counted. I don't think you're going to see it now. And yeah, there's that rotation. Well, you know what? Pop the ult down, no worries. You're right. It's all on Scream here. He's got 2 players pouring his way. One. He's looking for the second. He gets the second. Scream slicing G2 in half, and now has to keep going, though. He's hearing these steps. He knows there's more pressure. He's on an island right now. Paint shell comes in. Damn, that thing's just kicked up off the side of the steps, and now they line up, but it's Pit to find him. A 3v2, but Link's progress is good. That keeps map territory under their control. They now know they're coming from short. Cryptix's eyes trained on this. Should catch him on the cross. They have to deal with the turret, and time is dwindling. Back through they go. They are running rings around them. And you're right, Soulcast, next line of defense, catching him on the flash tease, at least one. But now he needs to land the shots. They've dinged him up. They've forced him away.
Yeah, and that spike will go down. The Nanoswarm not actually denying it, and Pit will find Link, actually. So that's a huge kill. Soulcast down to 50 HP. Cryptix, he's taken a little tag, but this has allowed G2 actually the time to set up effectively here. The plant is for long, so Liquid have to deal with this. Pit showing his hand in hooker is actually going to draw Soulcast to clear it, but the double stacks elsewhere.
Oh, this is excellent play from G2. They can allow Zeke to be the only one to face, and they have no idea of the other player still. Soulcast is a good idea, and yeah, okay, here we go. Taps it, there go the Seekers, but Pit should play this to perfection. Timing is going to be a factor. He's got to have seen him now. He knows. Oh, this is rough from Soulcast. Even with the kill, he won't have the time. Very well played by Pit to buy the perfect amount of time defending that spike. And even with Scream getting 2 of them on that rotation, they run rings around them.
Yeah, heartbreak, really. Again, the spike not really in a position that is easy for Liquid to control. Can't help but wonder if, you know, Scream maybe goes back all the way to Showers and doesn't try and face Zeke and Pit on short there. The Liquid could have maybe recovered from that situation. I love that, though. Again, just to point out, just the small things there. Pit getting that kill on Lincoln Hooker, then not showing any presence. You could see Soulcast was aware, had to try and clear Hooker, or at least just check if he's playing a cheeky little spot in there. Again, I think they had a pretty good read of the fact that Pit had repositioned altogether. It's just those little things. Even if it creates 5-10 seconds in the retake, it's all time eaten up by G2.
Wide peepo happy, my guy. Look at that little dude. Look at him. And you're right, it is the little things, but those little things are adding up, right? It's 7 rounds on the board here. And I said Liquid needed a pause, and they've called it here. Definitely need to kind of consider their options, because they have not got a grip on G2. G2 are outclassing them on this map. And it's something that did worry us, is the depth of how good Liquid are going to be across the board. We don't know their depth yet, whereas I feel like G2 already had kind of a decent map pool. And now we're going to see at least a play off the back of this screen now set into success.
Soulcast with both.
Soulcast to find both of them in the end. Now Zeke going to try and make a quick play. There's that flash with the back. He turns well enough, and the flash didn't really find him regardless. Little underhand paint shell, but Artis quickly on the task. And Artis is so sharp again. Scream, though, still going to continue here. Pick up where Soulcast left off and hold the cross.
And Pit now, he's got to come away from this lurking position. Try and back Artis up a little bit. See, Eccles actually trailing him through market. And Cryptic's right now, he can just play, he can commit to this. He can just sit here. As I say that, actually, he's going to come over expecting the hit onto B, and rightfully so. The spike about to go down now. Eccles got to be careful with the sound cues here, because Pit deep enough in Hooker that he probably heard those steps.
TP available.
Still got a paranoia as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot in his kit to be able to make a play with this. He has to get rid of that player towards Hooker, and I think he's seen them. That's Pit there. Yeah, no chance for Pit. Nice work. That opens up the avenue of approach, but Artis still large and in charge. 3 to his name. He needs more. He's getting more. And now a 1v1. Oh! The reloads out of the bullets needed. But my, in a different world, that could have been a different result.
Yeah, big win from Eccles there up in Hooker to get the kill onto Pit. So unfortunate for him. Well, there you go. You've got 1 round out of the way, but you got to argue it doesn't break the momentum whatsoever. G2 actually, financially, look at it, Lauren. It's, with Liquid doing as much damage as they've done thus far, G2 don't exactly have the capital to lose out any more rounds. They're going to be on eco, I guess, after a second loss.
I would say that any more than 7. It's so hard to turn that around.
Yes.
Just purely playing against a team that can have those rounds that pop off. You'll have, Artis having a big round mixed with whoever it is. They all have the capability. It's very hard to come up against a sort of deficit like they might face. And already great start between Artis and Palitek. They found 2 big entries. So now the site's theirs to do with what they want really at this moment. Mixwell starting to work his way through. Cryptix does find Pit trying to be up to no good. But the site hit's still coming in. They still only have, I think it's Soulcast here and Scream on the back line. So it looks like Scream's trying to make a play on this, and he is. Yeah, off the back of that. He thought he killed him, I think. I thought he did enough, and then he turned off it. A mistake from Scream and an advantage for G2. Again, nothing lining up for them here. G2 are running away with this.
Oh, I honestly thought he got that kill as well. Again, the Sky Flash perfect from Soulcast. Unfortunately, Scream doesn't capitalize, and again, that's one of those kills as well that could sway that round either way. That would have been spiked down. It would have given Liquid an opportunity to kind of buy another 5 or 10 seconds for the rotation to come through and maybe set up to retake site. Really unfortunate.
This is going to put a little bit of sweat on the brow of Liquid fans, I'm sure, because this is looking like it's going to that final map. This is crazy, right? You look at G2, they've had moments where they look off, they look cold, and they come in here and they just look formidable, untouchable. And Liquid, I'm sure, feel the same. How do you deal with this? And now already Link going to be postured up, sat there well with a bucket. Hold on. He does at least get Zeke, but Palitek, always the game changer right now. He seems to be just the one who refuses to die, a rock of this team, and Mixwell going to push forward for map presence. Actually passing through this. Soulcast is on the other side, but unawares now. You can see Mixwell's cleared the corner so he can go back to watching towards CT.
Eccles actually all the way still over towards, there you go, Mixwell will find that one, but Saltcast responds with the Sheriff, and Eccles finds one! Saltcast with a second! And unorthodox retake at that, but I mean, he got the job done, right? I was about to say Eccles trailing heavily back over on A short, but comes through the TP and still finds that kill once again in Hooker.
Okay, this is what they need. They need the final rounds here, Liquid, if they want a chance in that second half, just to give yourself that buffer. I don't think they win it otherwise, but as I said, this was lovely from Saltcast. He's been really having a series. This whole tournament's been great for Saltcast. Clearly that grind's been paying off. You got to respect that. He has been working super hard on this. Happy to see Patatek having a nice game too. That's always exciting. The guy is so clutch when it comes to it. But at 8-2, the scoreline is still commanding for G2 here. A couple of answers back and forth for Liquid. That was a weird sort of eco round, keep in mind. It was a bit of a force buy, I guess. There was enough there, but Scream tries to be the difference maker, and it makes nothing of it. Mixwell seemed all too prepared.
Was there a flash there? I don't even know if the flash came through.
I didn't hear it, but I'm not sure. Okay, well, this is where it gets interesting. At least one down. That's Mixwell gone. Zeke's looking for one back on the other side. Flash comes in, but he's just going to predict it so well. There. Zeke finding avenues of approach and cracking this B-side open again. Link is cornered. He's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He has to just fight. And he eventually falls to pit. And you can see Eccles trying to tuck himself in on the site while everyone's so busy elsewhere. And he's found the timing pretty well, actually.
Does the TP come through? We've got two players in elbow here, so they can cut off anybody that tries to rotate back to A from Team Liquid. Cryptic's still over there with his utility. Eccles now. Oh my god, has he got the timing on the camera? He didn't. Zeke was covering him. That's huge. Huge team play there from G2 to cover the opportunity for Pit to get inside his camera. The recon, ooh, it just misses Cryptics, but
planted.
This is difficult here. 1v3. Artist very low. He's going to be the one to take first contact and finds the headshot.
Out of charges.
Really nice. Just taking a step back from G2.
Last round before the switch.
Making sure they have a really, really good read on exactly what was going on B site. And again, the positioning there, crucial. Artists ready for the TP rotation. Two members of G2 inside elbow.
Poised.
They were ready for that A rotation of Eccles.
Yeah, you're bang on. Okay. I don't even know if 3 rounds is enough, but it may be all that Liquid can garner. And this buy still missing in places. You've got the Bucky for Link. You've got the Spectres out. It's not perfect by any margin. And G2... yeah, the money at one point was a little bit rough, but actually aggression might be the answer. Let's see if it is. Okay, Scream gets one. Eccles does as well. All right, up on the op we go. And now Cryptic's playing the patience game. Sitting this one out. Do you have a man on the other side? And of course, the update not too long ago now, of course, removing some of these 50-50 angles on corners, making it harder to play these positions. But he is going to keep at least Artist, or excuse me, the one player away from it is Patatek, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, good work from Cryptics. Now the post plan gets a little bit trickier, but Artist bails him out of it. Scream on the trade out though, and now Artist a 1v3. Do you fancy it? Let's see if you're in the do-walk on Water, my man. He's got the ult, he's got everything he needs, but he's got Jet in his face. He's just taking down Scream. He's playing the timing. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe I need to eat my words. 25 HP, not enough. Link just about keeps it together, but that was way too close.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. The nade perfectly timed. It forces him from behind triple on the reload.
Any other scenario? I reckon he has that too.
Yeah, seriously. The timing is just unfortunate. Finds the first. Obviously, Soulcrest down to low HP. But look at the timing of the nade here. It's perfect.
It was already gone. Yeah, he couldn't do anything with it. A really good attempt though. You know what? Artist has always been one of those players that I'm so happy to watch it. And the funny thing is, he doesn't necessarily always play like a super... like, I look at like Scream as your like standout frag movie man, but like when Artist goes off, he is untouchable. Like actually untouchable. So it's nice to see him fulfilling like certain roles there in a way. Sometimes he'll happily kind of play more of not necessarily a backseat role, but he can fulfill more than just I'm just frags. He's the whole package. But back into this now. At 9-3, Hypoc. This is a harsh scoreline for Liquid fans and Liquid themselves.
It is, yeah, but this is kind of synonymous with G2, right? We always see a different G2 at finals. This is when they look the scariest, and especially when they have that tilt factor. They bounce back with this just uncharted aggression. Liquid looking for something early over towards B, but
There.
actually I was about to say G2 not really biting. Ardis repositions all the way back over. Now thinks better of it after the hit doesn't come through. Pat actually going to find Eccles early on. That's all the way over on Showers now. So information gathered. Ardis back on site with them.
Yeah, this angle plays quite nicely to avoid those sky flashes coming in, but he's going to swing wide on it. That's not bad, but a 1-for-1 trade. There's more here, though. It's going to be Patatek, who's been a beast to deal with. Spike's now down in a terrible scenario. Going to be hard to recover and hard to get, but Scream. Okay, somehow bailing them out of this. And now, where is that final 2 players for the opposition? We've got Mixwell in this as well. Hello? Mixwell! And man, and now Link. Nothing to do with it. You can see Pitch just biding his time, and Mixwell just makes that frenzy look so easy to play with.
My frenzy doesn't do that. I can tell you that
How
much.
do I get his one? Double digits though this early. High Pocket's looking kind of done.
Yeah. It's yes, great. You finished 9-3, but you're in exactly the same situation there. If you lose a pistol, now I mean it becomes basically an economic win, really. Liquid going to reinvest back into this, and this is where it gets difficult. Very difficult.
A reminder of Ascent being the final map. Reverse sweep question mark? I mean, it could be, especially with this confidence coming in towards G2, but it's not over yet. I'm certainly not singing at the moment. Mixwell gets all the information. He knows what's coming his way. He's got Pit there behind him. He's got players left, right, and center. He just needs some support on this one now. Mixwell, maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's all just Mixwell again. 2 kills to bail him out of dodge, but Soulcast up and over he goes. He's having a performance himself, but Scream, he wants to secure this for his side. He wants to move forward, but just passing each other like ships in the night. Oh my god, this is awful timing. And now Cryptic's called upon to clutch it out, and he can't do it.
No.
The timing on that was incredibly unfortunate.
Oh, that's a tough round to lose. That's a very tough round to lose. And a massive one for G2. Again, that was Liquid forcing back in here, so that puts G2 on 11. A scrappy buy at best from Liquid if they choose to. And this is what I mean, it just becomes an economic win. Obviously are going to see Liquid make an attempt for this. 2 Spectres, 3 rifles. No armor on Eccles and Soulcast. No ultimates on 9 either. Cryptix is the closest, 5 out of 7. I guess Scream as well, 4 out of 6. This is going to be difficult.
Okay, we go back through the ringer we go. Aztec bold.
That's his ult though. That's huge now.
I guess it's worth the risk at this point. And Scream on the other side did nothing but listen, just hearing everything happening in front of him. Little switch out. Patatek gonna be the one manning over towards this side. He does, as you said, have everything he needs now going forward. Aldrone comes out, gets the information. Scream as soon as he tried to progress. Caught out, no free information, no free map control either.
The thing is now, again, the orbital strike, we know it can be used in a number of different ways, but denying the plant is huge. Again, we're already under 60 seconds. Liquid need to make a move. They need to do it fast. Whether or not that move is an all-out sight hit or finding a kill, I don't want to see them let the clock run away from them here, because look at the rotation coming through from Ardis already. There's 3 men on A side.
Oh, Zeke's position. Oh, his aim is so good. That snap was obscene. He just drilled back towards Cryptix, and now it's going to be
30
Soulcast
seconds
to
left.
try and deny G2 getting to 12 in a 1v3, and already Ardis. Yeah, he's not letting that happen for a second. Nice little upgrade too. Perfect. 12-3. And yeah, I mean, the flash was okay. It was just so quickly turned. I mean, some of these players are so quick on this. You can see it already. He was right back and ready to go. That snap.
He nearly got the 3rd as well, man.
Oof.
Yeah, it's tough now again, just scrappy buy into scrappy buy once again. G2, I imagine there's going to be a couple of others now just one away from their ultimates. Mixwell going to play close with the judge. He finds the first, quickly traded out, but it's not a good upgrade in terms of the weapon for Liquid finding that kill.
No, it doesn't quite have that ranged element that they'd be looking for. Soulcast bailing them out, at least towards Zeke this time, and Pit playing quietly towards the corner. They're going to be aware that someone could be there, but the timing's everything. Tries to go for a quick spam, but it's Ardis to probably deny the plant more than anything. And there's Patchtek coming into this. Link's gone down. It's looking pretty dire, but actually a trade out. That's big, but Ardis again, this guy. When G2 need him, he is right there, and now Soulcast left in the 1v2. It's fallen to pieces, and 13-3 is a shadow of Liquid.